Hi there, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reacting to some of the woke TikTok videos that are going to make you question your reality. So without further ado, let's go straight into it.
This is the most evil company in the world that literally poisoned the entire population. Because of this company, 99% of people contain a toxic chemical in their bloodstream called PFOA, which has been linked to cancer. And this company knew what they were doing but didn't care because they were making so much money. And they make non-stick pans, so if you own one, throw it out right now and instead get a stainless steel pan.
I think their goal is just to make money. Nobody really cares about us.
In every movie, they made the bad guys look bad when the bad guys was the good guys and the good guys were the bad guys. That's how Satan tricks you to root for him. He did the same thing with his religion. He tricked you into worshiping him. Religion is the worship of Satan, not God. God doesn't worship anything outside of himself. God doesn't worship anything outside of herself. All right? All right? God doesn't need nobody to serve him or her, because God is all knowing, all loving. All right? We don't need nobody to serve us. That ain't what we never did. Only one of our brothers did that, and his name was Yaqub. And they tried to hide him in religion and call him Satan. And then they hid him in Greek mythology and called him Zeus. Prometheus. He was a jealous God. He was jealous of all of us, although he had no reason to be. This mythological creature of Satan, get that shit out y'all mind. He looked just like me and you. Carbonated being. That's your brother. Yes, Satan is our brother. He's one of the gods. Which is why in religion, they taught you that he was one of the angels. Didn't they? They hid it and said he was one of the angels. Don't forget that Satan is a god. Don't ever forget that. That's why he has power. But not more power than you. You know why? Because Satan is on the true dark side of the force, which is that Jedi Knight side. When he went against us, he went against himself. But he is a trickster. He is. He is very wise because he is a god. So he tricked us into worshiping him. Religion is the worship of Satan, not God.
I mean, looking at the things that are described in the Bible of what God has done and how he used to kill the children of Israel and blah, 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 blah. It makes so much sense.
I know real power when I see it. Divine Nine. We're honored to have presidents, all the presidents here tonight. I want to thank them. And by the way, you know, I'm not, I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid. I know where the power is. I know where the, you think I'm joking. I learned a long time ago about the Divine Nine. That's why I spent so much time at Delaware State campaigning and organizing my campaigns.
He definitely knows what he's talking about.
Y'all can't tell me that some of these celebrities aren't living forever. Watch this.
I'm not saying people can't look alike, but when you take a now famous person and compare it to paintings of famous people in the past and they look exactly alike with the same medical conditions, it really raises an eyebrow. And it's just crazy how some of these old paintings or posters just capture a certain essence of a person's personality. You could guess who that was if you didn't even compare it. You don't see it though? An old king of Spain and Mark Zuckerberg? Okay. Damn, Justin, you should grow that beard out again. This is one I know a lot of people have seen. Tell me it don't look like him though. Doppelganger, clone, vampire, I don't know. All I know, oh, that explains a lot. Maybe there's a little drug that helps them not age. Though sometimes I can see it being a stretch. It's just times like this where they look too much alike. I mean, he's just a bit fluffier. And maybe they swapped genders. I don't have all the answers, guys. And the list goes on. Maybe they're of the same bloodline. Maybe they've been drinking blood. Maybe they're I know it is said we all have 7 people who look like us. Yeah, I've heard it before.
Entitled me to top-notch medical care, not available to the rest of society. My body was immediately immediately taken to a Hollywood hospital, where I was hooked up to a 17-year-old Usher. And in accordance with Hollywood law, her life force was infused into me, bringing me back from the dead. What happened to the girl? I threw her out of her window at Norway.
That's so weird.
This is the craziest shit I've seen so far. I was taking the trash out with my son, and he kept pointing at the mirror and waving, and I didn't know why. So I pulled the camera out, and I can't believe I caught this.
That's Rowan.
That would scare the fuck out of me.
This is the first time I run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah, you shut her down now.
You can see through television and films how they are feminizing men more and more and more. You'll see men dressed up in female clothes, men dressed up in dresses. Sitcoms or in television TV shows, you'll see male more and more emasculated and the female being the dominant, playing the dominant role. This is not to empower the female in any way. This is a trick to make it look like that it's empowering the female, when in fact it is taking away the protection from the female. Feminism movement that happened in the 60s to destroy the family unit from the inside out. And I'm not saying this in any way that a woman shouldn't be independent and do whatever. I'm saying there is an agenda behind what is going on.
Now have a clone, and that clone does all of my music, and then I, have another clone for acting. I'm not going to tell you if it's me or not, or what the name is.
They're making music right now, right?
Yeah, they're in the studio right now. And I just feel so humbled and just super, super blessed to be able to be doing anything, and doing something like this. Yeah, it's like you don't take it lightly. Yeah.
Oh, it seems like they're not even hiding the truth anymore.
I want you to watch this video and tell me, is this entertainment for you, or is this industry filled with psychopaths and predators? Would that experience not break you? Would you not want a way out? Here is why Bieber is done with this industry.
You have to be naked on stage during one full song. Answer Justin Bieber. Answer Justin Bieber.
I have little girl fans. I can't go.
Lean into me again. Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Wow, looking alright. So look at him. What a beautiful face. Alright.
Harry, who apparently wanted to know what a Bieber butt felt like.
Reach your face. No, I will not.
Canadian high school. Let's do it together.
That makes me feel
This is so sad because he expresses almost constantly how uncomfortable he is, and yet everybody is just laughing like.
Was Albert Einstein trying to tell us something about the universe? Check out some of his quotes. This one says the basic laws of the universe are simple, but because our senses are limited, we can't grasp them. There is a pattern in creation. So he's saying that much of what is real is beyond our 5 senses. Which is actually true, since we can only see like what, 5%, like a small fraction of what's actually around us right now. Here's another quote. Anyone who becomes seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that there is a spirit manifest in the laws of the universe, a spirit vastly superior to that of man. He is saying that the universe is alive and science has led him to this conclusion. You could call it God, source, higher power, whatever you want, but these top scientists have been labeling metaphysical ideas as real, and then they mysteriously die along with their research. Don't argue with me, just look it up. Coincidence? I think not.
Spirituality is literally based on science and fact. That's why I love it.
Free energy technologies that the world elites have been suppressing. This is part 1 on quartz crystal. Now check this video out.
We have 2 quartz crystals here, and I'm gonna rub these together. I'm gonna turn off the light, and you're gonna see something. Check this out.
Now, not only are quartz crystals highly electric, but they are the highest vibrational objects on this planet. They vibrate about 786,000 pulses per millisecond, and they are neither a solid or a liquid. And Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And people have built crystal power motor cells that have been running for years. Not to mention quartz crystals used in our clocks, our watches, microprocessors. Even your smartphone uses a liquid crystal display. And Mark Cummings, a university professor, actually discovered if you wrap copper wire around a quartz crystal, pump energy into it, then 30% more energy will come out of it than was going into it. And then the mainstream science came in and suppressed all of these findings. Tesla also knew that a crystal was a living being, and this is surely something that our ancient ancestors utilized for free energy technology. Peace and love.
I mean, we have free energy, right? We've had that for decades, but they definitely wouldn't want us to know because they are not going to make money.
All right, a lot of people asking why the government is blocking out the sun like this, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. First of all, gazing directly at the sun can change your life in so many ways. Now, this is only safe 30 minutes after the rise and 30 minutes before the set. And if you pay attention, especially during the summer, it's usually the sunrise and the sunset when you see the most chemtrails. Now, the ancient Egyptians knew that sun gazing was an extremely powerful technique. As you can see here, when the sun rays reach the eyes of the ancient Egyptian god, it is presented with the Ankh. Now, the Ankh is the symbol of eternal life, and the sun is the giver of all life. Without it, we would not survive. Our crops would not grow. Now, sun gazing is proven to improve eyesight, reduce stress, enhance energy levels, and so many more health benefits. And the ancient Egyptians also knew that it upgrades our DNA. It is the ultimate healer. This is why you see the skies like this every single day. It's also funny how every single religious figure in our history all had the exact same story. Just like Jesus Christ, it's all based on the movement of the sun and the stars, the 12 disciples, the 12 constellations. You know when they say the Son of God? Yeah, they're referring to our sun, not a person. But I'll save all this for another video. This is exactly why the wisest people in our ancient past all worshiped the sun, because they knew the sun was a god. So on the days when the government's not blocking it out, make sure to sun gaze and sunbathe as much as you can. Peace and love.
Allegedly, a new conspiracy claiming Bianca Censori is a copy clone of Pete Davidson. Why do people claim that? Wouldn't they do them all dirty? Imagine if that was a true. They have in fact identical features. Forehead, eyes, nose, chin, lips, and teeth. This would be a comedy on another level. Kim may hook up soon with clone of Julia Fox.
Here's some hidden footage of celebrities who expose the truth to the public. Okay, first I want you guys to watch this interview with Megan Fox called Unfiltered, where she talks about ayahuasca ceremonies and blood rituals she does, and then we're going to talk about it after.
I guess drink each other's blood might mislead people, or like people are imagining us with like goblets and we're like Game of Thrones drinking each other's blood. It's just a few drops, but yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes only. It is used for a reason, and it is controlled where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood and each drink it. He's much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just like cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul. Let me bleed on you. It doesn't not happen, let me tell you. Maybe not exactly like that, but a version of that has happened. We were in the middle of the jungle and I had my questions and my goals, and then he went and he sat to be given his ayahuasca, and everybody else was being given 1 glass of ayahuasca because it was our first night. And the shaman says something in her native language, and then the interpreter is like, we need to give you 3 doses because you have such a dark, sad spirit standing behind you, like an actual like demonic spirit hovering over him. To no one's surprise, anyone that knows him, we're all like, no, when I tell that story, nobody's like, oh my God, everybody's like, and then what? Because we all know that.
I've told you guys this before, most celebrities do things that we would consider spiritual, conscious, or witchcraft that most of the masses aren't aware of, but is real nonetheless, that the government has even come out and said is real, like astral projection, spell work, light and dark magic, contacting spirits, talking to extraterrestrials. These things these elite people do, and they talk about it. What they don't tell you, and some celebrities are coming out now and saying this, is that these elites will offer them wealth, money, and lavish lifestyles as long as they support the agenda of these elites. And if they don't though, then they're made to be ridiculed by society, made to look crazy, or their fame and wealth is taken away.
I have the top secret information. I just can't share it. You don't think I've made all of these movies and not been briefed by the White House?
It makes sense now.
Of course. I know, I just can't tell you.
Wow, that is so crazy.
There is currently an ongoing world war that many like to refer to as the war between the BRICS and the G7. But personally, I like to refer to it as the war between the colonizer and the colonized. Because look, BRICS is made of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and 19 other countries still want to join, among them Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Iran, Kazakhstan, Indonesia. All the countries forming the BRICS never colonized anyone. While the G7 is made up of Canada, France, Germany, Italy, UK, the US, the European Union, basically the colonizers. So the whole of last week, when the G7 mainstream medias all over the world were busy focusing on the LGBTQIA bill in Uganda, your attention was intentionally being taken away from, number one, African youths who happen to be mostly women were on the roads protesting and pushing for African borders to be open to allow free travel, free trade, and free movement among the African countries. It is indeed very ironical that all European countries have their borders wide open to one another, but back in Africa, all their colonies have their borders closed. Number two, South Africa jumped out of the International Criminal Court.
We as the EFF will be introducing a private member bill in Parliament to effect the withdrawal of South Africa from the International Criminal Court, which has thus far proven to be a biased instrument of global imperialism.
Number three, the American government revoked the visas of Ugandan officials after not agreeing with their LGBTQIA bill, while the Kenyan president, William Samoei Ruto, is also removing any visa restrictions towards Africans traveling to Kenya. The Kenyan president, William Samoei Ruto, seemed to be stepping into Muammar Gaddafi's shoes.
We want to be at the table because we are told the risk of not being at the table is that you could be in the menu.
And the Kenyan mainstream media that has been in bed with the colonizers since time immemorial also seem to be inciting Kenyans on a daily basis to hate their president. If you are a Kenyan watching this video, be careful you don't be used to swallow William Ruto the same way Libya was used to swallow their own Muammar Gaddafi.
Religion versus spirituality. Now, religion is a focus of external faith. Whereas spirituality is not only the focus on external faith, but also internal faith. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Religion creates separation through different religious beliefs. There are an estimated 4,000 different religions across the world. So if you weren't born where you were born and taught the religion you were taught, would you still believe in that religion? Let's also think about how many wars have been started and how many people have died over religious beliefs. Whereas spirituality is a belief that all things are interconnected, that we are all one. We are all just different branches of the same tree, and the unifying religion should be love. Spirituality is a knowing that we are not separate from the Creator, we are one with it. Why do you think spirituality, meditation, energy, chakras aren't taught in school and religious beliefs are? It's because religion separates and spirituality brings us together, and there has been a clear agenda of a divide and conquer plan for a long time. Religion is blind faith based on stories, whereas spirituality is an intricate feeling and a knowing that happens gradually after a plethora of breakthrough experiences. Only when you tap into your infinite powers will you feel and understand this knowing. The purpose of religion is to cut you off from this power. This video isn't to change anyone's mind. I made this simply just to offer a different perspective for some of you that may be on the outside looking in. Peace and love.
Religion is just a tool that they use to control us. They don't want us to access our full power. That's it for today. Subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I post new videos. So thank you so much for sticking up to this far. I'm going to see you into my next video.